With Mystic Mind being banned and Metaverse being back at 3, what is the best field spell in the game? We're going to talk about it right now. Hello everybody, this is Mr. Blanks for another video. And now we're going to talk about the unbanning of Metaverse and Mystic Mind being banned. Metaverse wasn't banned, but it was limited, and might as well, because a trap being at one is somewhat not good, unless you're talking about Red Reboot, because it's a counter trap. Now we got field spells galore. Mystic Mind is banned. We noticed it is banned. It is gone. You got some new field spells coming out. We got one for Cactera and one for the Tearless one. Like, I just want to talk about some field spells that can be used off Metaverse. Metaverse is a trap card, normal trap card. It says take one field spell from your deck and either add it to your hand or activate it. You can activate it straight from your deck. This can be ashed because it says add to your hand. If this says just take one and activate one field spell from your deck, this card would be completely broken. But with it letting it be added to your hand, this card can be ashed. Not a lot of people are playing Ash, but it's just something to consider. Some field spells I want to talk about that would be able to work with Metaverse, like at its peak, Necro Valley, because this is a floodgate. This does not activate. Pretty much, it doesn't activate any effect. What it is once this card is put on the field, its effect goes into, it's a continuous effect, like a floodgate. You know, cards in the graveyard cannot be banished. Negate any card effect that would move a card in the graveyard to a different place. Negate any card effect that changes the type or attributes in the graveyard. Pretty much what this is it's a floodgate. Just like Zombie World, all monsters on the field in the graveyard become zombie monsters. Neither player can tribute summon monsters except zombie monsters. Like like Necro Valley surprisingly is a good out to Zombie World. It's okay. All monsters in the field, because if these turn out on the same field, this will negate Zombie World. This is from what I've heard. I want to do more research into this. Negate any effect that changes types or attributes in the graveyard. This changes types of cards in the graveyard. So if you activate Necro Valley, this would instead negate the effect of Zombie World. Like Metaverse coming back helps a lot of decks. Like another deck we want to talk about is right here, Layer of Darkness. Pretty much a card that doesn't really activate doesn't activate on activation. Pretty much when it activates, all monsters become dark. That's part of the effect. Once per turn, if you tribute a monster, you control the activate card effect. You can tribute one dark monster your opponent controls, even though you do not control. Once per turn, they get anything no tokens. Boom. You got Airspace, Sky Striker, Airspace, Air Zero. Yep. This card right here, Mutant Evolution Lab. Due to this card activates, you could use all Metaverse, but it'd be better off going to your hand. Then you can activate on your turns. Cause it is. Not for this card to get put on the field and not activate. Another another floodgate. Secret Village of the Spellcasters. If only you control spellcaster monster, your opponent cannot activate spell cards, and vice versa. This is a good card because you can activate it straight from your deck. You just stun out your opponent. Definitely, if you have like if you're playing Altergeist, you go Metaverse, and then you activate then you summon Multifaker, and then by the time that resolves, Secret Village is on the field. It's just now you got a floodgate, can use spells, GG's. Ring Fountain also works because it doesn't act. It's not a card that activates on the activation. That's a good card. Even Deterrent Force is a good spell. If you negate the activation of a card your opponent controls, you can activate this out of the resolution, and then on the next chain, you go Nat Beast, whatever card they want to use, or Barkion, activate the effect, and you can send one Deterrent monster from your deck to your graveyard. Those are some examples, gigantic diagram, because there's no clear activation as well as generator. Now cards that wouldn't be too good. I mean, Mystic Mind was probably the best reason why this card was put at 1 because of Mystic Mind. You just activate it as a floodgate. Cards like the Hidden City Paralino, due to their like an activated effect, they have to barely be activated in a sense. You would have to activate it at the resolution. That could be the only card in the chain that activates. Like it is in a sense. This would be the resolution if you activate it. Because this would be the resolution. This card would resolve after the field spell. This card you wouldn't be able to get to search in a sense. It's in a ruling. I got the ruling right here, cause and this goes for all cards. With look, I said when this card is activated, that is the key right here. If I activate Trickstar Lifestage using the effective Metaverse, can I activate the effect of Trickstar Lifestage that adds a Trickstar monster for your deck to my hand? If you activate a field spell that card using the effect of Metaverse, the activation of the field spell will occur while Metaverse is resolved. The only chain that is created for the activation of Metaverse. At this time, if you activate Trickstar Lifestage using the effect of Metaverse, you cannot act. You cannot add a Trickstar monster for your deck team. Pretty much because that'd be the only chain is Metaverse. Because you can't chain a card while a card is already in its own chain. It's what it says. What in a sense is this card will be able to activate because it can start a new chain. This can't because this still be if you try to activate, it'll still be under the Metaverse chain. That's why cards like Perolino, Mutant Evolution Lab, Hidden City, uh, the Primitive Planet, Reichphobia, those wouldn't work in a sense. Pretty much in a nutshell, if your field spell does not, it says, if your field spell says when this card is activated, add this to your hand. If it does not say that at the beginning of the text, just activate it straight from your deck. Like, and Metaverse was magical mid breaking field. This Metaverse would have to be activated. Uh, it's weird. This would have to be like activated during your standby phase to get this activated because you cannot because due to this has to activate at the beginning of the um, main phase. You couldn't activate the standby phase and send it activate it from the deck because it wouldn't resolve. It'd be an illegal move because this card has to be used during your main phase. You're at the start of your main phase, but you can add this to your hand during your standby phase, and as soon as your standby phase is over, you go to your main phase. Then you could activate it. You, like when it comes down to it, when it comes down to Metaverse, you just need to make sure that there's no resolving effect that Metaverse will counter act with. If it has to be used during a certain phase or it has to be activated in order to get an effect, add it to your hand and then use it. Like it just makes it easier for you to play. Uh, that's pretty much it. Mr. Blanks for another video. I just wanted to try a little something different. I just want to give people a heads up about Metaverse and why certain field spells do work and certain field spells don't work. Just like the biggest key is make sure that your field spell does not have the text when this card is activated. If it does, add it to your hand. If not, activate it straight from the deck. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great day and peace.